Right, X-Force number 18. We did not get. I don't think we got our main artist on this book, if I'm not mistaken.
No, we don't.
That was a little bit of a drawback for me. I'll say that right now. The art was just a little off.
It just wasn't as good as it could have been.
Yeah, but the story is really.
I mean, that's a mean thing to say. But
Well, the story was really. No, the art was fine. The art was fine. It just wasn't the same artist, so it felt just a little off.
yeah,
But this story is fucking crazy. Basically, what's happened is Krakoa and the X-Force have lost count of how many times Kid Omega has died, to the point where they just don't care anymore, and they don't go through the protocols of because when a mutant dies, they send out X-Force or not X-Force,
X Factor.
X Factor, and they go make sure like this person is dead, this mutant is dead. Here's the body. Okay, resurrection, because you don't want two of the same mutant in the same place. You know that continuity errors, like quite literally.
Yep.
And so what we find out in this book is that he's died so many times that they're like, just bring him back, he's fine. Like, he died. And I think that's the one thing I love about this run is Percy has made it a point to kill this dude in every book, that even as a reader you're like, everything's fine.
Yep, you let your guard down about it for sure.
Yeah, and it's not. So Zeno got a hold of one of his bodies via Colossus's brother, and they did some experiments on it, just like Domino. And so we have this like demon hellscape version of Kid Omega, like tapping into the greatest fears and nightmares of the Krakoan mutants and humans, and some fucked up shit. And this issue also deals with a lot of like, I think some more mental health issues, like in what's her name, the Sage, man, like that was deep when you find out that she's got like essentially a drinking problem. This issue was just deep, and the artwork had its moments. There were some times where it was kind of off, but then there were like whenever we saw a nightmare version of a mutant, that shit was crazy. That was really good.
Right. Yeah, I think this was like one of the strongest panels right here. There at the end. A lot of these nightmare scapes that Brown does, I really enjoyed. I mean, it's not Joshua Cassara stuff, but I enjoyed it. I actually think if anyone deserves an extra piece of credit on this book, it is Guru EFX, of course, the standard colorist for this book.
Oh my god, it's amazing.
That's why you keep some of the continuity. While the lines feel different, you still have Guru EFX doing the colors, and this really felt like a Kid Omega book. Like we're constantly in his color, like constantly in his realm.
Yeah. Maddie, no, Kid Omega is not related to Omega Red. But thank you for being here. We appreciate you being on the show. You are the color to our coloring book. Overall, I liked this book, and I think we know where we're going. So Kid Omega is a psychic, and he's lost control. And who else could fix this besides Charles? And that's going to be Jean Grey. And the next cover for the next issue it's pretty sick. It's basically her like it's insane. Like I actually want to pull it up just to show. Yeah, it's gonna be the next issue. I think is gonna be really crazy. So let's pull it up here.
It's basically her trying to deal with
all the demons
and nightmares of what's going on.
That's probably, if we do a cover of the week, that's probably going to be my cover of the week. It's just, that is insane. So Jean Grey is going to have to fix all the problems that happened in this issue. But overall, this was a good issue. And it almost, I don't want to say, I shouldn't say this, but because the artist was different, and I just wasn't used to it, that is the only reason why it wasn't my pick of the week. I thought everything else was fairly strong. I thought the story was strong. I thought the character development was strong. Like I said, like tackling mental health issues and even alcoholism in this issue was pretty fucking heavy. But the art for me was just the only thing that was just just a little like, well, I wasn't used to it, so it just wasn't a bad thing. It just wasn't that's the reason why it wasn't my pick of the week. But it was a really good issue.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm excited to see where we're going more with Xeno.
Yeah, I think Xeno is going to be playing a huge role, obviously, in this book, and I think they've popped up in other parts of other books. Wolverine, and
Yep.
they're all over the place. And we'll talk about what's coming up in our X-Men universe in our June solicitation video, which will be out later next week.
Tons of the new event going on.
Oh yeah.